Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new here. This is Harlequin Intuitive, back with another pick a card reading. The topic of today's reading is going to be what's next in your career, what do you need to know, and what advice does the higher force have for you on moving forward. So today we have three groups. Let me show them to you guys. For group one, I have the Sun card, as well as this little green crystal. Group 2 is the Ace of Pentacles with the blue howlite crystal. And group 3 is the Seven of Pentacles with a green jade. So go ahead and choose which one calls out to you the most. It could be multiple. And then I will meet you at your reading at the timestamps below. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Let's start with group 1. Put these over here. Just put these aside. Okay. Higher force, please allow us to channel the highest possible message for group number 1 in this reading regarding their career. Alright. High group 1, if you chose the green stone, I believe it's a pyrite, with the Sun tarot card, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. So I'm going to be using this card as mainly just kind of as an oracle card for you, and then I'm going to be shuffling from my other deck. So for group number 1, please, regarding their career, from the time they watch this video, which is a timeless reading, what do they need to know about their career at this time? Where is it taking them, and what would the higher force like to channel for them regarding their career? All right. I'm just going to leave that there, and then okay, so for group number 1, we have the Adaptive Crystals and the Ace of Chalices, along with the Sun Oracle card, which you chose. This card is very interesting. It reminds me of the Lover's card, the way it has like this couple kind of Garden of Eden type of situation, but in this case these are mutant deers that are stuck together kind of like cat dog, and they have a tree growing from them, and then there's like a city on fire behind them, and then the sun is like, you know, has a hand in it. Well, normally the Sun card is all about joy and happiness, but in this card from the Fire deck, it reminds me of like finding happiness regardless of the circumstances. So these animals are like joined because they're mutants, but they're still happy, enjoying their day in the sun. I don't know if that's relevant to any of you guys, but I don't know, it makes sense to me. With the Adaptive Crystals, and the Ace of Chalices. I see you investing in the long term in something that you really care about. With the Ace of Chalices, this is a very deep and profound love for something regarding your career. There's a lot of happiness here. But with the Adeptive Crystals, there could be this sense of like you have to build it over time. You know, building a city cannot happen overnight. But it's about having this vision for the future as to what you're investing your energy into in order to manifest it into something greater. So notice how this is a young man. I think that it's almost like he's envisioning his future with what he's holding in his hand, and with this vision, he knows that he's going to be able to change the landscape around him potentially. He could be an architect of some kind, or like just envisioning something that doesn't exist right now but will have a place in the future. And with the Ace of Chalices, I'm also getting that this is something that you're just starting to figure out in terms of your own personal vocation and calling. Like, this is something that you very deeply care about, something that has a lot of emotional value to you, but you're just beginning to see the depth of that. This in combination with the Sun leads me to believe that this is almost like a soul calling for you, or like definitely a vocational type of career that makes you and people around you very happy. But because it's something that you want for the long term, it might be something that you might find difficulty in making money right now, and you have to keep focusing on the vision that you want. So that being said, let's go ahead and ask the Rider-Waite if it has any advice for you or any more clarity regarding your situation, your career situation. Where is your career headed? Where are you going? What else do we need to know for group number 1, please, regarding your career? Okay, for group 1, please, show us clarity. That one came in kind of reversed. I don't know why I'm in the mood for reading reversals. I don't usually read reversals, but sometimes when they're so obvious like that, I might read it because it's like, well, you came in reverse for a reason. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got here. 7 of Pentacles. Again, this is a long haul career for you. This is something that it's not going to be built overnight. But you've done a really good job on planting the seeds as far as what you're looking for, as far as what you want. You have been mastering your craft, and that's very positive. Even if you're not seeing any growth, or you're not seeing any improvement, any movement, have patience because it's happening under the surface. And again, with these cards, this is the Knight of Pentacles traditionally, and because it's something that you so deeply care about, meaning that it is in alignment with you, it's going to take some time to see kind of like the fruits of your labor, because this type of thing, it needs to build strong roots in order to grow, and so it's going to take some time. I see people around you potentially causing conflicts for you, or many people fighting for the same path. So if you have an idea here, or you have a vision for something that you want to create, something you want to do, an idea that you want to invest in, it's saying be very careful because you will face many enemies. You will face people that all want the same thing that you want. So people are all struggling for the same thing in this situation, and it's better. Maybe the higher force is saying that it's better that it's not, that you're not seeing the growth, because in a way it's like protecting it. You know, it's like keeping it protected and safe. With the King of Cups, though, it's asking you to focus entirely on this emotional investment that you've made, completely on the emotional substance behind it. So if you're like an artist, for example, or you're creating something more on the emotional planes, it's saying that the depth of your character and your perspective will be very valuable, but you have to see the value in it first. With the Ten of Swords reversed, I see that there might be a difficulty in letting go of a certain conflict or a certain problematic situation with a certain group of people that is asking you that you need to put it behind you now, because especially with the Lovers, that reminds me of this card, you will be guided to a new path. You will be guided to new options available to you. And so these new options will come once you close this door and allow like your past to be in the past. Because I see that whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever your career is, the higher force is definitely pushing you towards finding the joy in it, finding the enjoyment in it, rather than the money. And it's saying that it's almost as if the financial situation is going to resolve itself over time, but you have very little control over that. What you do have control over is how you invest your time, how you invest your energy, and how your work makes you feel in the long run, because this is kind of going to be guiding you forward. So that being said, what is some advice that would like to come through for group number 1, please? What is some advice that would like to come through for group number 1, please, regarding where their career is going? Any actions that they can take, or any advice that they need to know? Group number 1, please. What is some advice for them? Okay. So advice for you, group 1, number 1 is to let go of any emotional attachments that you might have to situations from your past or people from your past. There is something with the moon here that is still hidden and hasn't revealed itself to you, especially when it's in combination with the sun. It's almost like internally you know what you want and you know where you're going, but the path that you need to take is still very in the dark, very much in the dark. Like, you have to walk your own path now, and you might have to travel or try different things that you weren't expecting before, because it's just like it's kind of like unfolding on its own. It's not something that's clear cut for you. And so you could be a visionary of some sort, like you see something that could happen, but the world around you still isn't ready for it. Allow yourself to kind of use your work to help you detach from the expectations of the people around you or your past, and allow things to change gradually, allow things to reveal themselves to you. The Four of Swords also is telling, because it's almost like you need to rest on your own truth. You have a sacred truth that you know that what you're doing is valuable, but people around you might not see it that way, or you might have self-sabotaging beliefs or something along the lines of that, where you have to like detach yourself and remove yourself and find peace in your own vision and in your own plan. Trust that it's going to work. Just, wait for things to reveal themselves. And as far as the Six of Cups, I see it like, again, focusing on the finding enjoyment in your work, finding enjoyment in what you do. This is going to be more valuable for you, especially maybe with connections that you might make at this time, connecting with people that are similar to you, or maybe even connecting to people that are younger than you who still haven't gotten to the level where you're at. Maybe helping others or helping younger people will kind of help you progress in unfolding where this is taking you, because I feel like there's still something that needs to be revealed, and only through following this path you will find your success, basically. Okay, group 1. I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading at that for you. I hope it was helpful. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. And I hope to see you again in the future for more readings. Please remember that this is just a general reading, so if you would like a more personalized reading to your own situation, you can find me at the description box below to book a personal reading. So, anyways, take care and talk to you guys later. Bye. Where did this one go? I'll put it right here. Okay. Let's continue with group 2. Alright. Just gonna put these there just for the visuals. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and shuffle it. Whatever. Okay, hi group 2, if you chose the Ace of Pentacles with the blue howlite, this is going to be a reading. So for group number 2, please, what do we need to know about their career? Where is it going? What do we need to know about it? And any channeled messages that would like to come through from the higher force, please. For group 2. So we have the 3 of Crystals and the 2 of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, because you chose the Ace of Pentacles, I'm using this deck kind of as an oracle deck. Because you chose the Ace of Pentacles, this card is about new beginnings, so you might be consciously seeking a new beginning or a new start to your career, or some kind of new change in your income, something along the lines of that. And you might be waiting for something. But with the 3 of Crystals and the 2 of Flames, this adds up to a 5 to me, and I think this has to do, like, it's kind of telling you something about your vocation in a lot of ways. Like, let's see, the 3 of Crystals is all about what you are doing that is valuable. What is valuable about what you are doing? What is valuable about you? What are you offering to the world? What are you showing the world? What are you selling? What are you trying to build? The 3 of Crystals is all about finding those connections and building from there, networking, these types of themes. And the 2 of Flames is also similar. It's about kind of like expanding your vision into a greater world and connecting with people or places or ideas that are far away from what you've been taught or what you have known previously. So I feel like you might not be conscious of this. You're conscious that you're looking for a new opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles, but you might not be conscious that where you're looking or the places that you're looking for this new opportunity, you might have to expand and kind of like bridge this gap here, which is all about your vocation. So are you focusing on maybe a quick way to make money, or just something to kind of something that you're not totally invested in or committed in? Or are you focused on something that's going to be like a lifelong type of calling or vocation, like something that you can really invest your soul into and your energy into in a way that's not going to drain you in any way? I think that this is kind of the key for you here, because you might have to be aware that you have to know yourself in order to find a connection in the external. You have to know who you are in order to be able to travel to a place, whether that's mentally, emotionally, or physically, where you're going to be valued for who you are. So do you know your worth and do you know your value? That is the question for you. I'm going to ask the Rider-Waite if there's any clarity that would like to come through. Okay. For group number 2, please, is there any clarity that would like to come through regarding their career? Where is it going? What do they need to know? What do they need to understand now at this time? Yep. This is exactly what I was saying. So, you have the Queen of Pentacles. This, again, goes back to the whole concept of, like, what are you worth? What is your value? Are you aware of your value? Are you aware of your worth? Are you aware of what you have to offer to the world? And is it something for real, or is it something that you're just looking for as a quick solution? You know, I see that you are someone who works very hard, and you are trying a lot of things. You might be trying a lot of things to either make more money or improve your finances or to figure out where you belong. But I think that there's a sort of denial here in terms of what your value is. There's a sense of denial as far as, like, you're not really seeing your value. You're not seeing what you have to offer. And so you're trying a lot of things maybe based off of what others have told you or what society has told you is your path. But I'm not sure if that's what the higher force wants from you, because, again, you have something that's very valuable here and you have to see it. You have to see it in yourself and protect it and cherish this. The Queen of Pentacles is all about, you know, the feminine aspects of abundance and prosperity in terms of, like, building a home, you know, health, and using your resources to invest in yourself, your body, the people you care about, your family, your home, and protecting this and valuing this. You know, she keeps herself safe against all of the outside world. And so she does this because she values herself. She doesn't work extremely hard, by the way. The Queen of Pentacles is not someone who's out in the fields, you know, gathering all the crops or whatever. She's an investor. She invests into what she cares about, but because she knows what she cares about, she knows her value. So it's not saying don't work, it's just saying, like, know your worth before you begin to start new businesses or new opportunities or new jobs. Know your value first and know that it's a vocational thing and believe in that. Because with the Ten of Pentacles, I'm also seeing, like, there is something that has come to an end. I feel like maybe you've been laid off, or, like, a lot of people have been laid off, or, like, there's something about the old way that you used to do things that isn't working. And now you're being guided to maybe connect with others in a different way, in a more healing and a prosperous way. Like, I see this sense of, like, you are definitely connecting to an exterior. So it could be, like, connecting with different people from different countries or something along the lines of that. Or it could just be guiding you towards focusing on what value you have to give to others. What is the value you're giving to others? How can you create harmonious and healing relationships with others instead of just working and focusing on money or something along the lines of that. Like, what can you create that has real meaning and value? Okay, that is where your career is headed, and you might be aware of that because, you know, you might be seeking something out along the lines of that. Now I'm just going to ask if there's any advice that would like to come through moving forward, any decisions that you need to make or actions that you can take at this time, any practical advice that would like to come through. So for group 2, please, any practical advice that would like to come through. Any practical advice that would like to come through with the Star. These cards aren't very talkative for you, but they are very, like, to the point, so I like that. We have the Star, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. So the Star is telling you to have faith in yourself, have faith in your vision. This is a higher calling for you. Be aware of what that is. If you don't know what that is, I would recommend that you journal about it or just do something to figure that out, because it's saying, like, your energy is necessary. What you came here to do is very necessary. It could be something very unusual, but it's still very necessary. The 8 of Pentacles is saying work on this, work very hard on this, craft your thing, whatever it is that you do. If you have a business that you're working on, make as many as you can. You know, if whatever it is that you're doing, just focus completely on your work. Cut everybody out. You know, don't even care about what other people are doing. Don't even care about what other people are thinking. Just completely focus on creating the highest quality work that you can, and don't give up on the first one. Like, make as many as you can until you become a master at it, whatever it is that is. And then find your satisfaction in it. With the 9 of Cups, it's all about what is satisfying to you. Do it because it's satisfying to you. Do it because it will fulfill you emotionally, not because anybody else is going to approve of it. So you are being pushed into complete and total trust and faith in your vision, in your calling, and focus all of your attention on working now. Do not even focus on what anybody else is doing. You need to have consistency with what you're building in order to find that emotional satisfaction. And so the feeling should be that it's like you should be working so hard on this that by the end of the day you feel so satisfied with what you've done that it's almost like the rest of the world doesn't matter. What other people think don't even matter. Okay? So group 2, I'm going to leave this reading at that for you. I hope it was helpful. Again, please remember this is just a general reading, so if you would like something more personal to your own situation, I highly recommend you get a personal reading with me. You can find the link to that in the description box below. Otherwise, go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you again in the future for more readings. So, talk to you guys later. Bye. I just need some water real quick. Let me just get some water. Yeah, I know, 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Alright. So this is going to be group 3. Alright, hi group 3. If you chose the green jade plus the 7 of Pentacles, this is going to be a reading. I'm using this deck as kind of an oracle deck. So the 7 of Pentacles traditionally is about planting your seeds and waiting for the seeds to grow. But in this deck, it's so different. This is like a little angel character. I hope you can see it all right. It's like a little angel character, but he's flying too close to the sun, and so his wings have been cut off, and he's chasing this bird with the number 7 on it, and the bird is like, you know, spewing out coins, and he's walking on fire. It's like, I'm getting what this energy is like, really being on the edge, but also kind of like playing a game with life. And so I thought this was a really cute card for like the pick a card, because it's like, it's a little bit whimsical to me. So I don't know. We'll see what the reading has to say about it. Let's see, for group number 3, what does the higher force want them to know about their career at this time? Where is it headed? What do they need to know about it? Career for group number 3. Alright. The 4 of crystals and reason. Another 4. So 4 plus 4, I don't know if that resonates with any of you guys. I see it as very powerful. Because the 4-4, I believe that was a frequency that it's like, I think it's like protection. I'm not really sure about angel numbers or anything, but if you're into that, please check it out. And please leave a comment. Let me know what the 4-4 means to you. But anyway, so reason is the emperor traditionally in regular tarot. And so this is an old man who is kind of hovering these kind of like figures over his head. And he has a claw talisman that he is hanging on his right hand. And he's just very stable energy. Again, the Emperor is about stability, reason. Is this the 4? Yeah, it is. It is. It's the Emperor, reason. And then the 4 of crystals. It's this patience energy. He's surrounded by these crystals, these gigantic crystals that are like his seat. But he's sitting there almost like in meditation, and it's almost like he's locked in. He looks like a silhouette. This plus this, let's see. Okay, I feel like there's a higher force present here. Because in this picture, this guy's like a young man. I'm sorry about the glare. I didn't think these lights would cause this glare. In this picture, this guy's like a young man, and then in this one, he's like an elder. But the way that they're sitting is very similar. So what I'm getting for you, group 3, is that you have sort of like a guardian, protector of some kind. It could be an ancestor or a father figure or somebody from your father's lineage that is kind of like intervening in your affairs at this moment. You are sitting atop your work or your career. If you have inherited anything like a business or something along the lines of that, this might be accurate for you. I feel like it's almost like an inheritance. Like you're sitting on an empire in some shape or form. This doesn't have to be literal. This could be like a skill that you've inherited, or like an ability that you've inherited from your father's lineage. I see there's an overseeing spirit kind of guiding you at this time, but because you haven't fully integrated the higher mind of this spirit guide or ancestor or father figure, you haven't fully gotten to his level, you're in a moment of stasis. And this is very clear to me with this card, the 7 of Pentacles, because it's like, I feel like things are kind of all over the place for you in your career, and you want to achieve something that other people have achieved before. You want to achieve something either this father figure or this elder, this authority figure has achieved, but you don't know if you can handle the task because you're still young and you're still starting out with it. So this might be just for like one person. If this resonates with you, please leave a comment, let me know, because I feel like this is a very strong and direct message. But I really feel like it's like the whole story of like, don't fly too close to the sun. You might not be ready for what you want. You might not be totally ready for what you're aspiring towards. And so I see this kind of like energy that's overseeing your affairs right now and forcing you to stop, forcing you to take a step back so that you can analyze, where am I going with this? What is the next step I need to take? What do I need to do in order to become the best person that I can be? This could also be a future self. So I'm gonna do a reading soon on future self, but I believe I have a reading about an ancestor or spirit guide or something like that. It could work for you as well. But anyway, what I'm seeing is like there's something that needs to be integrated as far as like your future, as far as like what you're trying to become. The claw talisman to me stands out because the claw, and look at how here the Seven of Pentacles is holding his hands up to the sky, trying to get something, trying to achieve something. The claw to me is like your physical labor, your manual labor. And so by having that as a talisman, it's like, how hard have you worked? And what are you willing to do for what you want? Reason is coming in, this kind of like spiritual guide is coming in to tell you that the work that you put in will pay off eventually. And you'll be able to look back on it and see that it becomes like a source of power in itself. I'm not sure. Let's see what the Rider-Waite has to say, any clarity that wants to come in. So for group number 3, please, is there any clarity that would like to come in regarding their career? Where is it going? What do they need to know about their situation? I don't know why I keep thinking of the series Succession. I haven't really seen it. I've only seen like the first couple of episodes, but it's almost like, you know, I guess I was thinking of like inheritance, like inheriting a business or a company or something. On a spiritual level, I feel like that's something that's happening, like you're trying to achieve something. But anyway, let's see what the Rider-Waite has to say. Okay, for group number 3, please, what do they need to know about their career? Where is it going? Where is their career going? What do we need to know? Speak up, cards. Okay, that should be enough for now. Oof. Okay, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. All right. Okay. So first of all, we have this great desire behind what you're planning and what your vision is in the future with the Two of Wands. You definitely want to expand. You definitely are going to expand. And here with the Six of Wands, it's like you will find victory in what you're doing. You're working very hard. You're working very hard, and so you will find victory. I see you achieving a position of leadership or a position of power where other people will back you or other people will follow you. And you might want to expand what you've already built, what you already have, expand that into something greater. But there are so many options in front of you, there's so many options before you, and so many paths that you can take that it might be a little bit confusing. So I feel like you're going to feel overwhelmed emotionally by the unknown, what hasn't been revealed to you. How have people done this before? How have the previous generations done this career? I feel like you want to do something different, but you're feeling stuck because you're overwhelmed at how many options you have or what path you need to take in order to find success. It's like you don't want to be lured by the wrong thing. You want to focus on what has meaning, what has clarity, but it's very difficult because I feel like there's other situations involved. With the Judgment card, I feel like you're gonna have to close off old cycles. There's certain people that are involved that are from the past, or things haven't been revealed. I feel like there's something that is about to be revealed to you as you progress this. Let me see if we can get some clarity with the Judgment card, please. The Queen of Wands. Okay, this is about decision-making energy. This is about action-oriented energy. You are going to have to make a final decision to close something off, to close off an old chapter in order to move forward. I feel like what it is saying that you have to eliminate all the options that don't work. You have to kind of like focus on a more lighthearted or creative aspect to your career and eliminate all the things that kind of aren't emotionally satisfying. And so tap into your intuition here. Because this is a feminine card with the Queen of Wands, you might either gain from feminine advice or from tapping into your intuitive side in making decisions, because I feel like there's things that need to be removed that you're holding on to emotionally, maybe, and it will lighten your load a lot in going forward, especially because this is a position of leadership of some kind. That is where you're headed. This could be another person coming in to give you advice, but I see that where your career is headed is like you have to eliminate anything that's not working in order for you to achieve the position that you want or the success that you want. So finally, I'm just going to ask, is there any advice that would like to come through? Any practical action that you can take? Or just any general advice, especially possibly from this figure here? That would like to come through to help you move forward with your career. Any advice for group 3, please? Oof, you have a lot of heavy decisions to make. Yeah, there's something here that is, you need to be very careful. Very, very careful. There's potentially a person involved, and I'm seeing a lot of other energies here. There's potentially a person involved that has bad intentions, and I don't say this to scare you. I say this so that you're aware of all of the possibilities of this reading, is that because you're sitting here so protected or so unable to move forward, and then you're being guided by this kind of higher energy, I think that there's another person involved that has ill intentions that's coming in, like trying to be passionate or trying to kind of like help you or trying to kind of start something new with you. And your intuition is saying, don't trust this person or the situation at hand. Be very careful now, because I see people working in secret to possibly sabotage your situation or at least cause you some kind of conflict. The Two of Swords is telling you here, get rid of your doubt and insecurity. You have to make a decision regarding certain people that are involved. You have to do something new, start something new with a lot of vigor. You definitely need movement. This will help you a lot. But with the Hermit, it's saying reflect on your options, reflect on what choice you're going to take. Because every decision that you make now is going to have an effect on the people around you, and not everybody is going to benefit from your decision. There are people that are going to come in with ill intentions, perhaps, and you know, I feel like there's a lot at stake here. The Hermit card is also showing me this influence of this elder person that is asking you to take a moment to reflect on everything. Let's see if we can get more information on this. What is this kind of like, what is this energy here? What do we need to know about this energy here? For group 3, please. Yeah, okay. This is, I don't know why I'm thinking succession. This is, I'm feeling like it's a struggle for power. It's a struggle for leadership. You have to step into the role of leadership now with your career, whatever that path is. But I see that there are other people that want that position of power, and so they're going to try to kind of sneak their way in to either sabotaging you or trying to offer some kind of help in some way. But their intention is to gain power. Their intention is to attain this role of leadership. Okay, so what is it that you're not seeing here? What is it that you need to reflect on? What is it that you need to reflect on? Yeah, pay attention to any conflicts that arise. There are going to be conflicts. You have to see you have to be willing to unveil what's been hidden and the secret motives or intentions of others. Final advice, please. Final advice for group number 3. The Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles. You have the power to move forward here. You have the power to overcome this. You have the power to attain this position of leadership. You have to just pay attention to what your worth is. Where are you placing your value? What are you investing in? You will move forward with this, but you need to really be careful to pay attention to what you're investing in and kind of stay away from all of these people or all of these situations that are trying to drag you down. Keep pushing forward, because this is going to begin to move very quickly for you, and you are going to have to protect what you care about. So keep that in mind. All right, group 3. I'm going to leave this reading at that for you. I hope it was helpful. Please remember, this is a general reading meant to tap into large collectives of energies. So if you would like something a little more personalized for you, I also do personal readings, and you can find the link to that in the description box below. Otherwise, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you again in the future for more readings. So talk to you guys later then. Bye.